And welcome to another exciting episode.
Feel it real fun for all.
All right.
On the 21st of February, No, not for all.
25.
Yeah, so I can't say for all. That was for 2024. So
Arrive alive.
Feel it real fun live on the 21st of February, 2025. Wow, it's really choppy, that video. But
oh, don't go there.
I won't.
I'll leave the fucking show.
No. Okay. And it's your manifesting questions answered live.
That's right.
Right.
So we get to see if my companion sticks around.
Your companion.
Or if I do.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, let's just keep sharing it.
Meanwhile, if you're new to us, go to howtofeelitreal.com.
Sign up for the goodies there. Right? It's the absolute minimum you can do if you want to have a solid foundation. Unless you really love sigils and special numbers more than you.
Sigils. It's like Wiggles.
I'll tell you what,
wasn't there Wiggles?
Well, at least the Wiggles were scary.
Oh, were they?
They were scary
I don't think I ever watched them. Right. Manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Here's what's cool about that, right? It's a 90-day program, $97. Rob Begg would say, what's it costing you not to? I agree. Yeah. But here's the cool thing. Every 7 days, we say, send us an update. We write back. We become friends. We and I offer guidance and want you to change your life, because if you buy the course and don't do it, you can't give us testimonials. In other words, I'm very selfish.
And if you want been there, done that, want something more, join remarkable.com.
You know, some people have done that, dream-driven, I'm sorry, yeah, that too.
That too.
A lot. And some people have done it once and go, I did that.
Yeah.
For me, it's like kissing. You know what I mean? It's like,
you did that.
Oh, yeah, I did that.
Been there, done that.
Unbelievable.
Right.
All right.
So that's joinremarkable.com. Hiya, Beth.
Yo, she is not like the rest.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
Oh, let's hit a few more.
Right, so
see, that one actually
sharing.
complains. Oh, you invited me, but I was asleep. Well,
yes, hello, Dennis.
I'll never invite you again. Like if you don't want me to invite you, I don't know. Anyway.
What?
Okay. I'm just having fun. Ooga, ooga, ooga. All right, so, Savvy.
Yes.
We should have a Neville Goddard quote. We don't, so we will start with, man's faith in God is measured by his confidence in himself, because that is on the coffee cup.
It's just such a lovely cup.
Okay, man's faith in God is made by...
is even more pretty, because that's our Aqualesia columbines in the garden.
But this actually might be...
Can they see that?
Yes, the minute desire comes upon you.
Yeah. Oh. We love that cup.
Yeah, we do. The minute desire comes upon you, assume it is already a fact. That's going to be the official quote of the day, Victoria.
Is it?
So when you're doing the show, make sure you get my coffee cup out and get the quote right this time.
Right.
I went shopping today. Anyway, Lisa and LaRock, love you. Good morning. Dennis, good morning. Love you. Thanks for tagging people.
Yeah.
Thanks for tagging Joe Weldon.
Beth's
love him.
Loads.
And Beth, oh my God, look at you.
Dennis,
Christina. All
okay.
Right. Today we may even talk about the secret science of echolocation.
The secret science of
echolocation. Some people think only bats do that.
And whales, maybe?
True that, but they use sonar.
I know they do.
Yes.
But maybe bats do too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, right.
How cool is that?
Maybe how they do echolocation.
That's right. Oh, okay. He is here. Joe the Man Weldon.
What's up?
Sup, Joe. So let's dive in, shall we?
So the first question today is from Jeff on Facebook. Move my way a fraction.
Oh, good Lord. Move, groove, do
Manifesting doesn't feel fun. Wow.
Oh, wow.
And Jeff asks...
Just like kissing.
Yes.
Her.
It's not fun anymore.
Again.
Jeff asks, manifesting doesn't feel fun anymore. Yelp. When I am doing my sessions, I lack the joyful anticipation.
All right, ready? So I go to the store today, and I seek out opportunistic cheese. Opportunistic cheese is usually defined by a soft cheese that I can hide a pill inside and give to Emmett. Right? So I find me some opportunistic cheese. It's like 50% off. This is wonderful.
That's right.
And I'm going up to cash out, and I'm using the self-checkout like I do, because I like watching myself in the little screen.
He loves watching himself,
and
looking at himself in the mirror.
I'm having a great time, right?
Yes.
And so it gives me an odd beep, And then the red light goes off, and I feel like I'm being detained by immigration again. And along comes the lovely little girl, and she says, "Can I help you?" And I says, yeah, I got the red light. And so she says, she scans it and hits a button. It says, it says unable to be sold. And I said, all right, can you just give it to me? And so she goes and checks, and I can tell she thinks I'm absolutely wasting her time. And she comes back and she goes, "No, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to just give it to you."
You could dumpster dive tonight.
Oh, I could, right? Yeah,
and find it.
Right.
Yes.
And then she dismisses me, and I go, "Oh well, I've been dismissed."
Dismisses you.
And she doesn't realize I'm not trying to get anywhere with her, right? I'm just enjoying my shopping trip. Right? And here's the thing, right? In Remarkable last year and this year, we're continuing to explore something we call more please. And when you get your desires are divine in origin, and they're a beckoning. Right? You don't have to make them happen. They all have their own plan and their own power. And so your desires are a beckoning. And when I start to feel a desire, I just go, more please. I don't say yes. Right? I can say no to who I am and how this works. I can deny my divinity and then make it a struggle. If I do this, then I get that. Maybe if I kiss her, she'll be nice to me later. Right? That kind of thing. And that sets up an equation like what's happening today. The lovely little girl thinks I'm hitting on her. Right? If that was the case, I already hit on 42 people before I got to you, pal. Right?
Pal. Pal.
And I'm just having fun. I'm enjoying, I'm happy, and I'm loving people. Right? I'm not trying to make something happen. And what happens is when you try to make something happen, it tends to lose its fun.
Yeah.
Well, I drink coffee so I can wake up in the morning, right? I was married to her, right? Not this her, but another her that had a coffee cup that said, "Don't talk to me till I'm done with this." And as far as I was concerned, she carried that coffee cup around with her every day.
24 hours a day.
Yeah, I thought about getting her a T-shirt, right? But if you have to drink coffee to be friendly, it's just weird. You enter the world of addiction, if this, then that. And it's like, radio. So when I smell something, yummy cooking or her, there's a part of me that goes, "Oh, more please," right? And I get to surrender to more please, more of what's pleasing. So it's not a yes or a no, a black or a white. You're either denying the divinity of you, where all your desires come from, and that they have their own plan and their own power. And your only job is to, and here's the biggie, okay? Until you accept who you are and how this works, you're denying your wishes. As long as you deny who you are and how this works, you can't possibly accept them. And that's where we'll launch from there. This is great, Jeff. I was going to talk about the 3 worlds of Andrew, but I'm not. Maybe we'll put them in a podcast this week relative to this. So thanks for asking.
Very cool.
And how'd we do, Victoria?
Yeah, so when he says they lack the joyful anticipation, how is that different to, is more please joyful anticipation?
I'm already experiencing the joyful. So when I get I find the cheese, and I go, "Oh my God, I got opportunistic cheese that I can split with Emmett." Right?
Yes.
And that's what'll happen. I'll let it sit out for about 4 days and become liquid.
He shares it with him.
And I share it with Emmett, right? And it'll be glorious.
He dribbles it on his steak.
So I'm already experiencing the joyful because I'm a happy, loving puppy dad.
All right.
Right? See, we go right into the
So
3
we're going,
worlds.
Jeff
Right.
isn't joyful.
When I'm a happy, loving, there's an identity.
Yeah.
And so as happy, loving, I find the opportunistic cheese. And then I get up to the counter and I'm cashing myself out because I like to look at myself, me, right? And I'm just having some fun here.
Yes.
And then it gives me the red light, and I don't go, "Oh shit," and lose my mind. I just go, "Oh goody." A human's going to come over. This is going to be a gas. And so it's like, more please, more please, more please. And you see how upset I am that I failed at manifesting cheese? Not at all.
No.
Right? There's always more cheese.
There is.
Right? I don't make anything happen. I experienced a ton of joy, and I got a story for you.
Cool.
And she's got a story about me. Oh, this guy in his hat this morning. Yeah. It's a $500 hat, sweetheart. More than you make in a month.
It's a sweetheart. Pal.
By the way, you get that I'm fun here? I'm actually not condescending, right? I'm just having fun. So,
Cool. Okay, excellent. So thank you, Jeff, for your question. Has Jeff done Manifesting Mastery?
yes,
Okay, cool.
cool. I invite you to join remarkable.com.
Good one.
There's people in there that are anticipating too, and some that aren't. Right? It won't cure a damn thing, but it's a dance floor.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm big on dance floor and on singing. Anybody want to tag Alessandra? So I echolocate,
Yes.
right? So everywhere I go, I noticed one day that babies seem to do this. Right, I'm watching mommies shopping with babies, and babies going pop 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 pop, and it looks like they're listening as well as making noise. And I go, oh, little Jimmy's echolocating. He's discovering where he is and how he fits into the universe and his size and all these things. Like going, oh, beady, pop, 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 pop. And he's not just echolocating on the outside, he's echolocating on the inside.
Reverberating on the
Right?
inside.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm noticing, where do I show up in my body while I sing and talk and shop? And I'll be going up and down the aisles going, oh, beady, bop, 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 exploring different parts of my body and the environment around me. And every now and then I get a smile or an avoidance, and I treasure both.
Yeah.
So, echolocating. Oh, wow. More on that later, maybe.
Cool. Thank you, Lisa, for
Tagging everyone.
tagging Alessandra, because you asked cool. Can someone tag her?
Yes. And everyone.
And everyone. Yes. Okay. The next question is from Swara on Facebook. Double my income. And Swara asks, I want my monthly income to be doubled. I imagine seeing that in my account. Is it okay, or what do you people imagine?
All right. Good welcome, Chris Nelson. Good welcome,
Hello,
Chris
Chris.
Nelson. It's great to stay up late. So, ready?
Yes.
It's okay. My guess is it's probably not okay for you because you're asking. And so
There's doubt. That's why she's asked.
yeah, there's either doubt or you
why I was
haven't
asking.
nailed it. It doesn't feel right. It's not comprehensive enough. There's just something missing. I'm guessing. Otherwise, you wouldn't.
No.
Right. So I want my monthly income to be doubled. I imagine seeing that in my bank account. I got to be honest. I have no idea what our balances are. I do check and I project out a little bit. All right, we got this stuff coming up. We got that much in there. Good. I'm happy. But let's rock the world. How do I double my income and work half the time? How do I double my impact and work half the time? Do I get some cool shit going on here?
It
Yeah,
does.
really cool shit, right?
Yeah.
And some of y'all are privy to some of that. Some of you aren't. Right? Join
Some of you
remarkable.com.
aren't.
Right?
Yes.
So here's what's fun. I've been asking a question for years. And the question is this. If you doubled your income and worked half the time, how would you? And the example that I used to give was buy peanut butter differently. Okay, if you doubled your income, worked half the time, how would you buy peanut butter differently? I'm assuming you buy peanut butter. And I've had militant anti-peanut butterists like email me and say, I can't possibly do what you ask because I don't eat peanut butter.
Yeah.
So, radio. So I go, radio. Ready? If you doubled your income and worked half the time, how would you buy fat and flesh differently? And of course, the militant vegans and the spiritual vegans especially, they get militant with me. I say, all right, if you're missing the point again.
Yeah.
Right? If you doubled your income and worked half the time, how would you do something that you do in your life differently?
That's a common occurrence because it's like the coffee game too. I mean, obviously we have people that said, "Well, I don't drink coffee. I drink tea." It's not about that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, if that was happening, even like, how would you have that sip of coffee? You know,
Differently.
like, yeah.
Yeah. Different is better than better. That's something we keep exploring in Dream Driven Day. We're going to open up the doors for that again soon. And those of you who have already done it, feel free to join in again. It's always different.
Yeah.
Christina, buy petrol. Yeah, that's a biggie, right? So
Yeah.
most people I know buy petrol, right? And or they pay way too much for their electric. So, so we can have some fun with this. How would something that really is something you experience regularly different? We had Adventure Monday yesterday. If you didn't get today's email, get on the email list. If you did, make sure you read it. But we went on an Adventure Monday yesterday, and first thing we did was we went to a lovely garden. Second thing we did, we went to a really exclusive restaurant. Third thing we did was we went to a butcher shop. All right, because there was flesh to be found.
Guess which one I wanted to go to most.
Oh my God, it was great fun, right?
Yes.
Lisa says, I love DDD. Me too. Thank you. And so, do you think I was concerned about how much money was anywhere at any particular time yesterday? I gave it no thought. Okay, and yeah, once a week or so I go in and go, all right, some money needs to move. I move some money, right? No big deal. But here's the thing. If you doubled your income and worked half the time, and that's a very specific question designed to have you not go, if I doubled my income, well, how would I double my income? And then people go into trance. They've just engaged at least two pieces of minutia.
Yeah.
Right? So if you doubled your income, you're remarkable
They're doing
kids.
the plot and plan rather than...
Yes. You get how long I've been teaching this without saying I'm teaching this? Right? If you go, oh, if I double my income, I'd have to double how much time I work. And then if I double how much time I worked, I'd never see my kids. Three pieces of minutia, you're in trance.
Yeah.
Right? My leg's asleep.
Yeah.
Let's move that.
Yes.
So... where the hell was I going with that? Oh, yeah. So you're going to have something in your life that's peanut butter.
Petrol, like Christina said. It's a good one.
Yeah. Peanut butter, petrol, something else that begins with the letter P.
Yeah.
Secret pleasures. Right?
Secret pleasures.
Secret pleasures. I went into the health food store today. I bought not one but two liquid swamps. Right? First, they have no idea what I'm talking about. I go and it says, good morning, ladies. I need liquid swamp, and I know you can help me, yes? And they're like, what? I said, you guys don't have any fucking clue, right? You guys have no memory, right? When I send people here for liquid swamp, this is what I'm sending them for, right? And it tastes like swamp. It's lovely, right? But it's just that thing. If I doubled my income and worked half the time, and I see there's two on the shelf and there's none on mine, I'm buying two. Yeah, I know there's money there. I'm not worried about it. So you could imagine buying two liquid swamps instead of one, buying the premium peanut butter instead of the generic, buying the high-end petrol
one bottle of whiskey instead of four.
Or the other way around, right? We have more on that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just find, what is it that you do on a regular basis that will involve money that you would just do differently? More on that later. Stick around.
Cool.
By the way, Swara, this is a great question because here's the thing. A lot of people looking at the bank statement is traumatic. And you could revise looking at the bank statement so it's not traumatic or dramatic. But it's not real life. Yeah, real life, we go out for lunch yesterday. And I'm not picking the cheap shit on the menu. I'm picking what I believe would satiate and satisfy me. So is she. She's not going, hey, how many dog treats did you buy this week? Well, I bought an extra bag of dog treats, so therefore you can't eat. Sorry, Victoria. You can get the tomato salad.
Yes.
Right? Which bloated, but I digress.
Bloated.
Yeah. I always hope it said it has feta cheese. It had sprinkles. Right?
I know.
And I'm okay with all that, you
Yeah.
know. But it's like I got the steak I wanted, and feta cheese would be nice, but I got a steak.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Excellent. Thank you, Swara, for your question.
Look at that.
That was a very loud slurp. I
Yeah.
just realised.
Just for them.
The next question is from Shaira on Facebook. Manifesting an iPhone as a gift.
All right.
And Shaira asks, I want to receive an iPhone 16 Pro Max as a gift. I'm imagining I got it, but I haven't received it yet.
All right. So I tossed some things in there, and I believe some of you responded to, some you didn't. And I want to give to you I want to give to you faster. Because a comment every 4 days, you're never going to get your iPhone, right? We're never going to cover what needs covered.
Yeah.
So we're going to do this for everyone. Ready? So I want to receive an iPhone 16 Pro Max as a gift. There's a lot of detail in there. iPhone 16 Pro Max. I got it. I'm curious why, but I'm also curious why as a gift. And that's where I'm really, really into, because I've been given. So I bought an iPhone 4S years ago from my buddy Timmy Lee, who we pay every week to come here and play in the garden now.
Yes.
But years ago, I bought an iPhone off of Timmy because he put it on Facebook, and Timmy's anal.
Yeah, we know what he's like. He's
And,
ace.
and it's like, yeah, this is great. So I'm buying an iPhone 4S from somebody who's anal.
Yes.
He's like, do you want to see it? I said, no. Do you care how much memory there is? I said, no, I know it's your phone.
Yeah.
All right, it'll be perfect. I want it.
Yeah.
So that was the last phone that I bought until.
Until.
Right? So at the dog park, our friend Lucy gives me an iPhone 8.
Yeah.
And so she gave me an iPhone 8 because I was imagining taking those photos on Facebook that are 3D photos. And the
Yeah.
iPhone 4 doesn't do that.
Yeah.
And so I reach out to my buddy, and he tells me, oh, here's how you do it. And I check, and I can't because I got an iPhone 4S. And I'm like, all right. And so Lucy comes to me one day, and she goes, hey, I've got an iPhone 8, and I'm getting a new iPhone. If my dad doesn't want the 8, do you want it? I said, yes. So her dad didn't want it. He likes the 4s. Yes. So I got me an iPhone 8. And that was great for a couple years. I got given me an iPhone,
Yeah.
right? Because I won't buy a phone. I'm just not that kind of guy. I look at the price and I go, $1,000 to talk to her for 16 minutes a day? Right? That's too much money, right? So I did the most horrible thing in the world. Somebody tagged Coral because she saved me here.
She did.
So I bought me an Asteroid phone. Look at this. It's right in my pocket.
You did buy a phone.
So I bought this Asteroid phone. Right?
Yes.
And it has my cards on the back. And that's the only reason I carry it. 'Cause
Was
it's
it a
still,
Samsung? Probably.
It's a Samsung Asteroid phone. And I bought the Samsung Asteroid phone. And I complained about it every show.
Android. But yes.
Yeah, I
okay.
complained about the Asteroid phone every show. It's heavy. It's a big rock in my pocket. Don't like it.
A rock in your pocket.
And it's like, I just can't do this.
It's about to be a rock flying through the sky. Yes.
Yeah. And Coral in Chicago takes her old phone, gets a new battery in it, and spends a lot of money to ship it to me. And I go, coolio, thank you. Oh, thanks, Lisa. So, so I got me a newer iPhone, an iPhone SE or something, as a gift. I don't even know what it is.
Isn't it 11, I think? But yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't I know, right? But it's nice. It does what I want.
Yeah.
I can talk through the glasses and record shit and so on. And I am just absolutely thrilled with it. But again, I didn't think of it as a gift or anything. It's just like I'm imagining being happy with my phone.
Yeah.
That's my wish. It's me.
Yeah.
The specifics that we need aren't, where the hell is it?
There.
iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Yeah. It's like when you got your Merc as well.
I had no idea what I was getting.
So you thought, like, because you had a BM and you were tossing up and, I think
BM
I'd
or
like
Merc.
to try
BM or
Merc now.
Merc.
But you had no idea. It was like not the model. And then you stumble across one and just thought, that looks nice. You probably didn't even know the model even when you said that looks nice.
I took a photo.
Oh, right.
So I'd be able to look up the
Yeah.
model later because I
But
didn't
it wasn't
remember.
like iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Yes.
You were open to,
Yes.
yeah.
I had a yummy feeling.
Yeah.
I had a yummy feeling. I looked at this car and went, wow. And by the way,
I can see me in that. says Tom.
I could see me. I could see
He could
from.
see-
I
yeah,
I
you could see yourself in the mirror,
I could
couldn't
see
you?
myself in the mirror, just like at the shops, right? Yeah, look at the
Exactly.
theft detection mirrors, right?
Yes.
So I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And so the details may or may not be important with the iPhone 16 Pro Max as a gift, but as in, what if you had a phone that you enjoyed?
Yeah.
And when I say that, do you go, oh, but what if it's an Asteroid phone? No, trust me, right? You won't enjoy an Asteroid phone, right? And the second bit is a gift. Are you imagining you can't afford it?
Yeah.
And so that right there has you, and if that is the case, right? Because I can afford an iPhone. I can drop $2,000 on an iPhone right now, but I'm not. I'm not that kind of guy. I think it's stupid. If I'm going to toss down $2,000, I'm getting an iPad,
Yeah.
a big iPhone, right? I like big things.
That reminds me of Neville's Green Hat Lady.
Yeah.
Because
wanted a hat.
she wanted a hat, she said, so we're wondering whether it's similar like this with you with your iPhone, but she wanted a hat.
Well, you're wondering.
Well, well, you are, but anyway, she wanted the hat, and then I can't
mischievous.
remember, but she then got given the money.
No, she got given the hat.
No, she got given money, and Neville said, "Did you buy the hat?" Wasn't it?
No,
Didn't it
no,
go
no,
that
no,
way?
no, no.
Oh,
She
right.
got the hat, and Neville said, "Why didn't?" Or she said, "Why didn't I get the money?" And she said,
Oh,
"You would have spent it on something else.
oh, right.
You would have
Yeah,
paid a bill for
yeah.
God's sake,
That's it.
right?" Dennis,
Yeah,
oh yeah, the hat story. Look at that
yeah.
Reddington hat. So, just notice: are you imagining that you need to get it as a gift? Yeah, I didn't need to get it as a gift. I got it because I'm an asshole. Right? Yeah, I don't like my. And I go to the gym and I show people this is an asteroid phone, and they all go, "Uh huh." Say, I don't like it. Right? So I actually left my Apple phone. So I was doing the prone leg curl the other day, and I left the iPhone behind. And I'm exercising and I'm moving throughout the gym, and I'm thinking, I want that song to repeat, and I don't have the iPhone in my pocket. I'm like, oh wow, I left it on a machine somewhere. So I go back, and there's a lady friend of mine at a machine, and she goes, "Hey, 20." I said, "Hey, lady friend." I don't remember her name.
Yes.
So I'll ask her, and she goes, "I thought that was your phone." Right? Yeah, she remembers my phone because I make a big deal about it. Right? How many iPhones are there at the gym? More than two.
Everyone probably has them.
Right?
Yes. Except for me.
Yeah, that's
But I
right.
don't go
You like
at the
asteroid
moment.
phones. That's right.
Yes.
So there's some story. Right? Notice it's fun. Notice it's personal. And I love personal stories. There's power in personal, by the way. So let's keep going. And I'd love to know, why is it that you want it as a gift? Is it just for fun? Is it because you don't think you can afford it? Because so I imagine up doubling my income, working half the time, and if I want a damn phone, I'll buy it. But I don't want to spend $2,000 on a phone. That's how many bottles of whiskey? That's a lot of bottles of whiskey.
Talking about whiskey.
Yeah, well, we'll be back to that in just a moment.
Okay.
Baby cakes, Penny. That's right.
Baby cakes. Excellent. So thank you very much, Shaira. Yeah, for your question.
Yes.
And the last question today, can I just ask one thing? How's our battery?
41%.
Perfect. Okay. The last question today is from our remarkable Lisa and LaRock. Defy gravity. And Lisa asks, "Hello, 20 in Victoria. I was contemplating how eagles seem to fly."
By the way, I love where this is going and what it's going to bring from her as I get coffee.
You're going to get coffee. Well, keep reading.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I can hear.
I discovered, since warm air is lighter than cold air, the warm air rises and a thermal is formed. For an eagle, a thermal is like an elevator which carries the eagle effortlessly high into the sky. Without even flapping its wings, the eagle defies gravity and rides upward, sometimes as fast at 10 miles per hour. Probably even more. But yes. Since warm air is lighter than cold air, the warm air rises and a thermal is formed. For an eagle, a thermal is like that's the same. Right, that's been repeated. I see. So I've said all of that. It's just got copied in twice.
All right.
20, you recently reflected. This is where courage comes in, because stepping into the mystery means stepping into the unknown, trusting in what you cannot see. It's living as if you are God, having the adventure of a lifetime. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking you have to figure everything out, that you need a strategy or a step-by-step plan. But the truth is, the mystery already supports you. It's always moving. The question is, will you let it? Will you surrender to the flow, to the divine unfolding that's already happening? Such beautiful similarity. Each flight, eagle flight,
Yes.
and stepping into the unknown. Please share your thoughts. Thank you, Lisa.
Anything you want to share before I share? Totally up to you.
Oh, I care. Well, sorry, it's very. I'll leave it there in case you need it. Yes, I remember learning all about thermals and all about cloud formations and all about basic, because I became
She was a pilot.
paraglider.
She was a
And you
paraglider
have to do a
pilot.
pilot license to paraglide. And it's amazing that actually, because one thing I'll say, because when I've had some magnificent flights, I flew so high, and I used exactly the same method that the bird, like the eagle, does when you soar up, because the warm air's rushing up, I think, like a funnel, and then at the top it then comes down on the outside. I think that's the way it works. But so you can use that to your advantage, because you just keep tucked in the thermal, and it's this thing, the unseen, but I could sense it, I could feel it as soon as it's like my wingtip just flips a little bit, and it's like, whoa, there it is, and I'd turn in.
You keep talking, I will listen.
Anyway, so it was an unreal experience. I didn't even think I was courageous because we have to run off cliff faces and trust. But it was glorious. And I guess, what was I going to say? So I didn't think of myself as courageous, but I certainly remember when fear stepped in to replace the courage, because I had one really scary experience where I couldn't get out of the thermal. It's called cloud suck, and it was, I should never have been under that cloud, and I got super, 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 super scared. And the second time was I had a really bad accident, so that probably fear took over instead of courage and trust, and I stepped away from the sport. But you got it. It's very dusty.
Look at that.
That's my so that's my paragliding helmet. And when I couldn't fly, I'd paint, because I loved it. I couldn't think of anything else. That's what it. So it's like an obsession as well. But so I painted all these little designs over my helmet, and on the very front it says, the higher, the fewer, because that's like obviously, when you're paragliding, not too many people actually get to like really high. So anyway, it was it was the best thing in my life, and courage, don't know, but trust, definitely, that I was going to be, that it was just trusting as I jumped off the cliff that my wing would inflate, that not that I'd be okay, but knowing that I was going to have a fabulous, awesome time.
Yeah.
And then how it can turn.
Yes.
Like just from a few scares. And there's no doubt lots more in there. So, yeah, you talk now, babe.
Cool.
Trusting in what you cannot see, yeah. Anyway, yes.
So you didn't collapse. Fear's the energy of contracting, and you didn't contract your wing. You let your wing open so that you didn't drop like a rock.
Mm.
So we continuously are invited to open up. So here's my current experience in Remarkable 2025, which I will shamelessly promote to the day I die, or it's 2026. We'll see what happens first, because you never know. But I notice most people let their dreams die. And most people let their dreams die because they don't have those first two disciples in place. The first one is Simon Peter. Simon Peter only admits the honorable and the dignified. If it's not honorable and dignified, don't admit it.
Fear is not honourable and dignified. So I could have. Is that also?
I tell you, I have no problem with fear. I'm afraid of stepping out in front of a bus.
True.
Right. So. But when watch where we go with this. So honorable and dignified. You honored who you were. You honored your training. You honored the possibilities. You honored the nature of air. You honored the nature of a thermal.
Mm.
So, and you dignified, again, right, I'm going to do what I got to do. And if I splat, Jesus, it was fun, right? So, my first wingman is Simon Peter. He's on my right. On my left wingman is his brother Andrew. Andrew is courage. Now, one of the things that I've discovered, this is the second time we've done the 12 disciples, is most people do not have a distinction between confidence and courage. All right, I'm confident I can drive a car. Right, I've been doing it. I'm 58. I've been doing it for 41, 42 years, 41 and a half years. Right? I've been driving a car forever. I'm confident. When I moved here, I got to become a little bit questionable because I only scared her twice, right? Hey, I was learning the rules of the road as well, right? So I joke about in America, you all drive on the right side of the road. In Australia, we drive on the proper. Victoria drives like she takes her half out of the middle, right? A lot of Australians do, but I got to become competent here. There's another distinction. Learn how to go through a roundabout when I have the right of way. I thought I had the right of way all the time. I'm driving the fucking car. Right, there are times when you don't. Right, I taught that to Jerry and Mika. Right, if it's on your right, it's trying to kill you, and it has the right of way. Right, just let it go. So honor and dignify the law of the land. And you. So my second wingman is Andrew. Andrew is courage. Courage is not confidence.
Yes. So, because I'm now rethinking that quote.
Here we go.
Sorry, this quote, it's on the other side of 20's mark. That way, sorry. Man's faith in God is measured by his confidence in himself.
That's right.
And yes, courage is not confidence.
Correct.
But if I know I have those two wingmen, I can rely on my wingman.
Yep.
For me.
Yep. Watch her.
Then it's almost like breeds confidence.
Yes.
Is that right?
So we admit only the honorable and the dignified. The second you step into a suck story about how you're going to die and how it's going to affect your parents, your grandparents, your grandkids that you don't have yet, you've lost touch with reality. So if she went into a story instead of staying in a state, she would be dishonoring her, right? And she would be undignifying the Lord. So she stays in a state. Rightio. She's confident and competent and courageous. I'm sticking around, right? It's one thing. I've been doing martial arts for longer than I've been driving. I am very competent. I am very confident. But also, if I have to step up and look someone in the eye and say it's time for you to leave, there's something that goes through them called absolute terror, and they do, and that takes courage.
Yeah, Andrew steps up.
Andrew steps up. Andrew's quiet. I don't go, I'm a 5th-degree black belt and I'll kick your ass. No, I just say, hey, look, I'm sorry, it's time for you to leave. And they get something spoken in the silence. And so I've got my wingmen. I've got Simon Peter. I've got Andrew. They're my wingmen. Access to the invisible. How you are seeing determines what you're seeing. How you're being, who you're being determines what is being in your life. And when we're willing to get, and I love some of the details in here that I normally wouldn't think of. Warmth.
Where was warmth?
With the air, the warmer air
Oh,
lifts you up.
yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a cold world. I got to struggle to manifest. Right? Yeah. Yeah. That's one way to imagine the mystery. Right? Yeah. Well, if I do this, if we could imagine the mystery is a machine, and the machine, blah blah blah. If I do this, then that happens. Hey, I could imagine that about Victoria. She's a machine. If I do this, then that'll happen. Right? We'll see how that works out. Right? Or on the other hand, she's mysterious to me. And I suppose I'm mysterious to her. And I don't dare try to understand her or ask her to try to understand me. That just has us both get bogged down in all kind of minutia. On the other hand, we can invite each other to experience each other, and as we experience each other, we both grow, change, and morph and evolve. In other words, if I'm courageous with her, what we develop is if we are courageous, we form a pack. And this is how I look at all that we're doing right now.
If we're courageous, we form a pack.
Yes.
How?
It's very different than forming a herd. A herd scatters under pressure.
Yeah.
A pack comes together under pressure.
Are
So
you talking about with like-minded others, or with Simon, Peter, and Andrew, and all that, like that?
on all those levels.
Yeah,
So
right.
a remarkable group, the gathering here, you and me as a couple.
Yeah.
If we come at each other as a herd, and I need you to hear what I'm saying, and you need to listen to what I'm saying, and so suddenly we just scatter. We're lost in ideologies and dogmas, and this is how men are, this is how women are, right? As a man, I want to solve a problem, right? As a woman, she wants to be heard, right? And we all know that's dogma and true. And if I can just stop and go, radio, let me just be courageous and be with her silently, not listening for something to solve a problem to, and her not speaking just to be heard, not as a problem bringer, but as someone with this is what she wants to say now. And so as courageous, we get to show up. And that's cool, because she got to show up in the thermal. If she left, she would have crashed. She did crash.
I did
She would
once.
have crashed a lot worse.
Yeah.
Right? Sticking around, oh baby, this is gonna hurt. Right? You see it coming. But sticking around, right, we'll see. And here we are. So we really get to invite the invisible from the invisible of us. And I'm going to go way back up in here a bit.
I'll just say one thing,
yes.
because that's fascinating, actually, because the day that I crashed, where I got very badly hurt, like fractured my, or whatever it is, where my collarbone was sticking out.
She's got bonus parts.
Yeah, but I knew that day, I sensed that day. So it's just talking about with this invisible thing,
You know.
because I had a sense, no, it doesn't feel right. I could just tell, I don't know that I should. But I talked myself into it, because I could see other people flying, and I thought,
I'll run with
but
that.
they're okay. Yeah, I'll just, how about I just jump off, run off, and I'll just go down, and, because it's like a 2-hour walk up there. Whereas I knew not to. So it's like this invisible, this sensing.
You had a silent knowing.
Yeah.
So
was
there's
sort
courage,
of
right?
In there, this invisible stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Andrew, there's a silence there. There's a silent knowing. So I did this when I went to work. Day one, right? I went to work, watched a friend of mine get his head kicked in, took an inmate to the hospital, stayed there all night. When I reported back in, they said, stay home tomorrow. I said, all right. I got a phone call from, I don't even know who the fuck called. You got to come in. I'm like, all right. So we all piled in. I wasn't on the roster, but they sent me in anyway. And 10-4, good buddy. But something I felt, I really ought to stay home.
That's right.
Yeah, I talked myself into going. That's the right thing to do. All right. By the way, I don't regret it, because it gave me a lot of gifts. And there's another level of courage, right? So the courage to listen to the invisible, right? And then the courage to run with what you get when you don't. Here we are. I've got a hell of a lot better story. And it also gives to what I really want to do. So
Probably we knew that we didn't listen to
Yes.
ourselves at that point. And it probably awakens us up to listening a bit more to what.
as we get older.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's what I got for now.
Cool. Okay. All right. So, what we want to know. Oh, so, thank you, Lisa
And
and
LaRock.
LaRock, for your question. And what we want to know is tell us what was your hashtag story bit.
All right.
And mine was the memories,
Yeah, nice.
especially when you brought that out. It was
Couldn't
like, oh,
help it.
I remember the hours that I spent painting my helmet. I loved it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did it feel like hours?
No, it was
Nice.
just, no, it didn't feel like hours. And there was a little bit of,
Notice where she's coming from.
well, this is sort of maybe not so nice, but there, everyone knew who I was. I was very good at flying, but
Yeah, nothing
because
wrong
of
with
my
that.
helmet,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it was like, oh, there she is.
Yeah.
It was really cool. But no, I just get lost in it. It was like, as I said, maybe not obsession, but it was like, because I did obviously a lot of other things then too, but that was almost like my predominant.
I don't have a problem with obsession. I think obsession has been demonized. And I think we came here to possess and obsess. But not in a bad way, but as in a tiny little rant.
The ownership way.
In Australia, we have what's called tall poppy syndrome. Heaven
Yeah.
forbid you get good at something, everybody talks trash on you, right? And it's like, Randy, oh, they just want to rip you down. And I go, how's the land of mediocrity working for you? You want everyone to be mediocre, right? How about your heart doctor? Him too, right? Excellence, not letting your dreams die. That's called excellence. And here's something that I absolutely adore about you and living life this way. We can get okay with that. We can actually begin to enjoy it. We've got a live call this Sunday. It's called Timeless, and I'd love for you to be on it. Crass commercial. About 10 people can join, and that's it. But this is really important. When she's painting, she's in timeless. When flying, in timeless.
Yeah, in the garden.
In the garden, she's in
Sometimes.
timeless. Sometimes. And we live in a culture where we want everything to happen faster, faster, faster. There are times where you want to just get the hell away from someone. Oh God, this is taking forever, right? You came here to bring timeless, to reveal timeless, to explore timeless.
Sorry,
Ti-
how much is on that?
Yeah, we got plenty.
Okay.
So timeless. By the way, you get what just happened there?
I know, I'm sorry, but I saw the
No,
alert
but
and I
that's
saw
okay.
it's red. Yes.
That's okay. Your entire life is alerts. Do we have enough time? We're running out of time. How fast will it show up? Time. The objection is never money. The objection seems to be money for some people because I have to work so much time to get so much money. So we get to play this game called Divorcing Time from Dollars, going back to the earlier bit. But we really get to notice the opposite of presence is time. I don't come here to do an hour-long show. I come here to notice how many magical moments show up in an hour or in 48 minutes and 54 seconds. There's magic in the moments, and what you are moments. But as soon as you start measuring your life by minutes, and yeah, you do. We got to watch. We're at 18%, right? Yay. But, and I'd like to be at the gym at 11. I'm going to be a little late. But if I ruin my day because I'm 10 minutes late going to the gym, or if we speed the show up and ignore the moments, we're just giving you minutes. One of the most magical things in my life are these group calls and the one-on-ones. When people lose track of time. Because at some point I always say, hey, it's time to do the closing. And everyone goes,
Wow.
wow.
Where did that
Where
time
did
go?
the time go?
Yeah.
Well, the time's just come back. We just experienced a bunch of timeless. And I want you to have more timeless in your life. Because that's how you have the time of your life. But as long as you're having to meter and measure and ration out time, you can't possibly be present.
So if they want on the call, they should just message you.
Message me. Check your inbox if you're on the mailing list, because I sent out an invite a few hours ago. If you didn't get it, or if you whatever, drop me a note. I'll send you an invite, and I'd love for you to be there.
Yeah.
Right? Because it really is Olive.
Olive.
Olive's here today. You ever have those moments where you see a friend? Hey, buddy. Hi. It's marvelous to me. There are moments. And you came here for a lot more of those than probably what you give yourself. So, drop me a note. I'll send you an invite.
Okay.
So, Victoria.
Yes.
Thanks for mentioning the house.
The house.
Yeah.
And
Oh, dear.
what? So what else would you? So we've got the call.
Yes.
Joinremarkable.com.
Joinremarkable.com, right? That's the
Yes.
gift that keeps on giving. We've got a special little bonus call this weekend at a time that we normally don't. And some people will make it, some won't. That's cool. So
does it have to go that way?
no, put it the normal way. Yes. Just like the coffee cup. Look at that. See?
Yes.
Yes. So ready?
So that was joinremarkable.com.
That's right.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right.
So,
Let's see what this looks like.
what does it look like? Can you see that? Yeah.
That's pretty cool. We bought that during our
Thank you.
Adventure Monday on Thursday yesterday.
You did.
That's right.
Go that way. Thank you for joining. And
Love
we'll
you guys.
See you soon.
Have a lovely day. Oh,
Remarkable. Cool kids. Rando call.
yeah, I just said that.
Oh, sorry. I must have been focusing on the thank you, Cliff.
Yeah. She's watching it tick down.
Okay.
Love you guys. See ya.
See us.